Lara, our great MC today, all of our great honorable mayors and council members from throughout the Los Angeles and the South Bay area, our faith leaders, community leaders, Omega Psi Phi fraternity, members of Team Hall, my friends and family, thank you for being part of this wonderful occasion today. Mayor Asia Brown, thank you for hosting today's ceremony and most importantly, for welcoming me home today. I must say that it is good to be home. And before I say anything else, I want to first and foremost thank the voters of the 35th Senate District for the honor and the opportunity to serve as your state senator. The duty and the obligation to serve as a representative is a solemn one. It is a duty that few have taken. As you heard, it is the duty that is sworn to God and the public to protect and defend our state and our nation's Constitution. It is a duty and responsibility that I take seriously. It is a duty and responsibility that drives me in everything that I do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity. I'd be remiss if I did not mention the only other thing in my life that drives me in everything that I do, and that is my mother. Mom, I would not be...
How you doing, young man? Look at you, boy. You a Muslim man?
I wouldn't be standing here today if it was not for your love and your sacrifice. Thank you for all your love and your support. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you for believing in all of your children. Thank you for believing in your grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome and a round of applause for my mother, Dorothy Vane. I'd be remiss if I did not also introduce the other lady that is important to me, that I take care of on a daily basis, and that is Miss Charlie Brown. Bring up Charlie Brown so everybody can see Charlie Brown. This is the lady of my life. Please give Charlie Brown a round of applause. Oh. She is not Herb Wesson. She is not obese. She's just healthy. I also want to acknowledge and thank the former Senator Rod Wright, who has joined us today. Without question, Senator Wright is one of the smartest, most engaged, and eloquent elected officials ever to serve in the state Senate. Senator Wright will always be my senator, and I want to thank you for your service to the people of the state of California. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Honorable Senator Rod Wright. Speaker Brown, or should I call you Mayor Brown, or should I just call you the Bridge? While California this past year officially named one of the most beautiful bridges in the world, the Willie L. Brown Jr. Bridge, you have been working your entire life to build bridges between communities for our state and our nation. Whether you are at Cartier, Wilkes Bashford, or in Compton, your presence is omnipotent. You have inspired generations of Californians to work hard, to reach higher, to accomplish that which they were told they could not do. You inspire me every day of my life, and I'm grateful for your friendship and for your presence here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this day is a big deal for California. Please give another round of applause for the Honorable Willie L. Brown, Jr. So this is a big day for California. This is a big deal for Los Angeles County, and this is a big deal for the communities throughout the South Bay. For decades, communities in the South Bay have frankly been disconnected from each other, split apart by freeways and sometimes overlooked by other cities. I am proud of the work we have done in the past years to help elect new mayors and new city council members, new school board members and assembly members to give the South Bay a new dynamic and united voice that has changed California's political landscape. I am proud to be part of this new dynamic and united voice. I am proud of the work we have done to help give one of the most, if not the most ethnically and economically diverse districts in all of the state the representation it deserves. I am proud of the work we have done in California legislature to save the state from the brink of financial collapse. The Honorable Speaker John Pettis and some of my colleagues who served in the legislature, we entered the Bob Blumenfield and Stephen Bradford. We came at a time when there was no hope for California, and it was because of the leadership of Speaker Perez and our colleagues we were able to turn our state around. Please give John Pettis another round of applause. Over the past 6 years, we made difficult decisions that has taken a state deep in debt and turned it into one of the most productive states in our union. We have made a generation change in how we fund public education. We have said to communities that for decades have received less and been forced to do less that it's time for change. It is time to acknowledge that every child in California, it is important to our state, and that is important to our state's future, that we want to ensure that every California student, regardless of your zip code, regardless of your place of origin, regardless of your socioeconomic status, has an opportunity to go to college or develop a skill to be competitive, not nationally, but globally. But we have still a lot more work to do. We need to work to make the Port of LA and the Port of Long Beach the most competitive, clean, and productive ports in the world. I have been working closely with LA Councilmember Joe B. to improve our port, and I will be committing a lot of my time in Sacramento to keeping the Port of LA the cleanest, most competitive, and most productive ports in the nation. This is an issue that is important not just for the South Bay, but for the economic health and the security of our entire country. I also want to give a shout out to the brothers and sisters and family members of IOWU Local 13. IOWU members deserve a fair contract, and I was proud to march with you recently in San Pedro, and I stand with you in your efforts to make sure that the rebounding economy supports everyone, not just a few. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to foster additional innovation in aerospace in the South Bay that has a long and proud history in our community. We need to do more to fight diabetes and obesity in our communities. Rates of obesity and diabetes-related diseases are occurring at rates never seen before in our human history. Too many people are sick. Too many people are dying. We need to do more to reverse that dangerous trend, and I'll be working in Sacramento to make California a healthier place to grow and raise a family. We need to do more to make sure we eradicate the senseless behavior of child sex trafficking in our state and in our nation. And I am so honored that the Honorable Mayor Asia Brown and Faye Washington with YWCA has made it their business to make sure the world knows that our children are not for sale and cannot be preyed upon. Inglewood Unified School District belongs to the people of Inglewood, not an outside receiver. I'll be working closely with Assembly Member Autumn Burke to hold those in leadership positions over there in Inglewood accountable to ultimately return the district to local control. And while we're doing that great thing in Inglewood, it is also important that we bring back the NFL to Los Angeles. And it is time, and I believe that the city of Inglewood is ripe and ready for NFL and for football. Let's make it happen. Folks, this is a bold agenda, but this is the South Bay. We thrive on bold agendas. We thrive on accomplishing big dreams. We thrive because with the support of the community, we can accomplish anything. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "All labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence." My friends, today we need to commit ourselves together as one community to use our labor to uplift the lives of those around us. We are Californians, and it is our duty to respect the dignity and the contributions of all people. Regardless of what you do, where you come from, who you love, all Californians have value. We are strong as a state and as a nation when we build ourselves up, not when we seek to tear each other down. And I am committed, and I know that the leaders of the South Bay with us today stand committed to fulfill Dr. King's words, to build up our community, to respect our differences, and to find common ground. Let's give our mayors and our elected officials in the South Bay a round of applause. All of our mayors, including my godbrother, the first African-American mayor in the history of Hawthorne, Mayor Chris Brown. Our first female mayor in Compton in over 50 years maybe, the Honorable Mayor Asia Brown. Young, new leadership. The first Latino mayor, LGBT mayor in the city of Long Beach, who is doing great things, Robert Garcia. The first African-American mayor in the great city of Lawndale, Robert Puller Miles. Our great mayor, Pat Fuhrer, from the great city of Torrance. I have 50%. Who would have thought a black man from Compton would be a senator of Torrance with 50%? Pat Fuhrer. And one of the most thriving communities to my left, and that is in the great city of Gardena, the Honorable Mayor Paul Tanaka. And an individual who has traveled with me all up and down the state and in Nevada and up the coast to help get President Barack Obama reelected. And that is my dear friend, and I've known him for years and years and years, the newest mayor of the great city of Linwood, my dear friend, the Honorable Jose Salate. And finally, that fabulous girl, young girl, that honor student who did the Pledge of Allegiance is my niece, Kyra Joe. Please, let's give our state treasurer a round of applause. Let's give our president of the council, Herb Wesson, a round of applause. Let's give Ricardo Lara, our senator, a round of applause. Let's give our new president and chairman of the Legislative Black Caucus, the Honorable Reggie Jones Sawyer, a round of applause for being here. And we mentioned our majority leader, Chris Holden. Please give him a round of applause. Mr. Cedillo, We have everyone here today. Again, I want to thank you, but I also want my brothers and sisters and my nieces and nephews to stand as you give them a round of applause for helping to engage and master my life. Let's lift each other up. Let's do the work to build a state and a nation. Let's continue to give the people of California what they deserve. God bless you all. God bless California. And thank you so much.